Exiles. This is Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming, and it's been a while. As you can see, I have a little bit of a change of scenery behind me, and I am in a new location. I've explained all of that in my Discord. If you want to join my Discord and just chit chat, maybe get ghosted for about a month at a time when I'm going through some changes every once in a while, go ahead and follow that into the description below. And yeah, you can come chit chat. I'll usually talk. We have a good community there. A little inactive lately since I haven't been around, but hopefully we can get that back up and going as more of these events come out. I am playing a character called How to Play with Lag because I have been suffering a lot of latency issues at my new location. Internet's a little bit different. I have to use a Wi-Fi extender with a cable connected in, so I decided to go back to the old tried and true Necromancer. Now, I was going to do a Necromancer that was specifically focused on specters, but I've actually kind of went towards summon raging spirits, and I've been enjoying that. So I'm just kind of getting everything going as far as that currently, but I do plan on playing SRS. I'm going to get a level 21 one as soon as that becomes available. And yeah, this is in the Mayhem race. So what are my plans? And I'm going to kind of go over my character, talk about my plans. I might talk a little bit about my personal stuff a little later on. But yeah, for the most part, I plan on playing this entire week event, and I actually am going to just play this one character, even though I got some cool gear from other characters because of all the stuff that's dropping. I'm going to try to keep focused on one character for the whole week, and I actually plan on potentially trying for level 100 during this week, even though I have a little bit less time to play, and I will have to do a little bit of strategic thinking to get there. But there's a lot of opportunity. One of the best ways to get to level 100 is with Breachstones. Considering one out of every, 5? I'm not exactly sure how many, but a decent amount are breaches. I've just been at the end game a short period of time. I'm going to do a Baron later on. But yeah, you get a lot of splinters, and once I get my syndicate set up, I can just go ahead and start getting pure breachstones, and hopefully I can get to level 100 that way. Plus there's a huge amount of additional monster density on every map from all the different events. So going over, I guess we'll start with my character, Necromancer. I beelined straight down natural strength. Currently I need bone barrier for survivability. I might switch that up a little bit. I definitely need Mistress of Sacrifice. I'm going to pick that up 4th or respec this into that. If I am not able to find my Uber Lab very quickly, I will go to the chat channel to find that later on, see if I can find it from other people if I'm unable to find it in a timely manner. But I'm going to get a triggered when you cast setup for my offering. That'll give me block and everything. I believe that's bone offering. Currently I have a different flesh offering, but I'm going to swap that over for bone offering once I get the trigger. I do have a +1 all fire skill gems wand at the moment with an open prefix and suffix because I couldn't look up, or I couldn't remember and just didn't look up which one of those the trigger are. But this was 1 chaos. My most expensive piece of gear was 20 chaos, but I guess I should show my skill tree before showing that off. Since I was doing SRS, I went through Lord of the Dead. I did go through all the minion stuff here. I made sure to get Ravenous Horde early on, as that's one of the best ones for SRS, giving them movement speed as well so they can get to the enemies. Went up here, got the Death Attunement and the associated all this kind of wheel type thing. Before getting Unleash, I made sure I got Thunderous Salvos so I can get the faster seal frequency regaining, and as well as just the full amount of cast, the 4 repeats. Really nice. Got some life, got Enduring Bond, also quite nice with SRS, increases their duration. I'm using Mind Over Matter and Eldritch Battery. I'm currently using Essence Surge because I'm finding it necessary, especially on certain maps like ones that have Ignite on hit, that kind of thing, in order to keep up my energy shield, which I don't have a lot of. I'm just running Hatred and Discipline at the moment. I'd like to be running Haste. If I were able to get a very significant amount of energy shield without Discipline, then I could swap that out for Haste, and that would be really nice. But as it currently stands, I'm going with Discipline. And then I, of course, got Sacrifice and Spiritual Command, along with Discipline and Training. This little wheel over here. Grabbed Righteous Army and Redemption. Swung down here. I do have a Cluster Jewel that I have going. Got Grave Pact as far as the Cluster Jewel. I got Call to the Slaughter. It's a 9 passive Cluster Jewel, but because we go along this side, it's basically the same as an 8 cluster. Doesn't make any difference. Gives me some Chaos Resistance on there as well. Minions deal 10% increased damage. I also have Blessed Rebirth, which is going to be vital later on for high damage enemies. It'll make it so that my minions that have recently been created can't be damaged. So my Summon Raging Spirits will have a grace period where they can't get one shot by the really big bosses in the end game, giving them time to do their damage, and that'll be really nice as well. And then I'm swinging down to this life wheel. I'm just going to grab all of that, and then I will respec as necessary if I need more points to do more Cluster Jewel stuff. But I have this small jewel socket open. I have this one. I have a lot of stuff I can do. I have a couple of small Cluster Jewels that I'm going to start rolling. I might just pick up some life ones though as well. So, and then of course I have this one jewel socket. Plan on getting some Ghastly Eye Jewels. I might just fill up these 2 sockets here with Ghastly Eye Jewels once I get those going. But I haven't found many, at least myself yet, and I haven't purchased any. When I got to endgame, because of all the stuff going on and because I took it nice and slow, I had like almost 50 Chaos Orbs. It was pretty crazy. A lot of them came from, you know, the Harbingers, that kind of thing. And with that, I got this for 20 Chaos this morning, I believe, which has life, mana, decent fire resist roll, some extra physical damage reduction, but more importantly, it has sockets that work for my build. So I got SRS with Unleash, minion damage, multi-strike, predator, and melee physical. I usually have melee splash for clear, and then swap melee physical over during the when I actually have boss fights. So melee splash for clear, really good against the breaches and the harbingers, which is part of the reason why I've decided to stick with SRS over going specters, which will be a little bit more difficult to set up and have a really nice setup with. A lot of my gear is actually really bad. I have 40 life on these gloves, just some resistances. I don't have anything crafted on this. This is just life and resistances, not great. This one has some double resist, kind of crappy life rolls, and chaos resist. My boots are only 25 move speed, not great life. Yeah, I need to upgrade a lot of my gear, but it seems to be working just fine so far. So I got some stuff on this I need as well. I believe I crafted Dex onto my shield, which I need in order to use my Hatred and Desecrate as well. So got that going. The shield is nothing to write home about. The helmet is particularly bad with 18 life. The only reason I still have it is because it has triple resistance. So I don't really want to pick up Commander of Darkness at any point, even though, you know, it's pretty decent, but I would rather have, well, Mistress of Sacrifice. At some point, I might take that over Bone Barrier. When I feel like my own durability is good enough, I might pick that up. That'll make the resistances a lot easier, allow me to gear quite a bit easier. So, but despite that, I don't think I've died a lot. I have died because I have, like I said, internet problems. I've died 5 times. Sometimes I would just lag out during the middle of a delve or during the middle of a fight. I'm going to do a Baron Citadel, and I guess for my other links, I really don't have optimal links set up either. I have Raised Spectre with minion speed, elemental army, and minion damage with 2 slave drivers. And then I have Raised Zombie with melee physical and minion life, and I just swap the melee splash and melee physical back and forth. Just Flame Dash, Carrying Golem. I have a Vol Summon Skeletons, which I got while leveling. I actually got a Quality Portal, which is quite nice. And I have my Discipline, Desecrate, Hatred, and Flesh Offering. I'm finding that there's a lot of stuff. I could use my alternate bar here a lot more efficiently, but I kind of wanted to play minions because I didn't want to play a super active role. Anyway, let's get into this. I'll kind of show how the build works. It's not like it's a particularly complicated build. You just zoom around, and as you can see, I just spiked up to 313 latency. for a second there. A lot of spikes over 100. This happens very frequently, but the minions just kind of take care of everything, which is really, really nice. And I can kind of stand on these squares for the most part a little bit easier because of my huge effective mana pool with using my energy shield. But yeah, if I take bleeds and stuff, that's the main reason I took Essence Surge. And even then I'm noticing that it's unfortunately not coming back as quickly. I would like an energy shield on block shield once I get my bone offering setup going, and that'll make things a lot easier. So once I have that, I'll basically not have any mana problems going forward. Yeah, I get a little low there. But even when my latency is stable, it's still about 15 higher than what I was used to at my last place, even at the most stable, and it still spikes quite a lot, basically all the time. So we're just gonna get through here. I would highly recommend, if you plan on doing, yeah, we're just gonna kill some of these Harbingers, get some nice little drops here, and I'll show you how quickly. I'm very confident that I'll probably kill the Baron very quickly. I should probably get a tighter loot filter because I'm just getting so much stuff that I end up with a very full inventory all the time basically. And even with all the extra density, even just picking up all of the 6 sockets tends to fill up my inventory from each map very, very quickly. So this is fun if you just want a lot of loot pinatas. I almost died. Ancient shards. Oh yeah, getting a lot of ancient orbs as well. So maybe I'll try a headhunter. If I get a headhunter, I'll definitely do a different build because I have some interesting stuff for like a melee build that I got. So that would be something I would consider. I might do some sort of like headhunter cyclone thing or a bow build, you know, whatever I feel like. All right, well, dead-ended myself. Oh, it's down here. All right, so this is the Roa boss. Yeah, and it's been a while. I may as well talk. So I was kind of giving after Jessica and I broke up, she left. I was in the apartment alone, and I basically got cabin fever. I wasn't seeing people because of the pandemic and everything. I was never going out. I was turning down offers to hang out with some of my friends more frequently than I would normally do. And I would sometimes only see another person once a week. And that continued for months, where I was basically never seeing another living, breathing person outside of when I would go to the grocery store once a week or once every other week in some cases. And between that, I just started getting really depressed, and I started having troubles doing the things I needed to do to make money. One of them being YouTube, but the other being some of my freelance type stuff. So I wasn't doing any of that. And I also, my mother has MS, multiple sclerosis, and it's been getting worse lately. And my parents said they had been thinking for quite some time about asking me to come around to, you know, to be here. So when my dad's gone, somebody will be around for her type thing. And I found that a good opportunity. I didn't like the place I was in, so I just found that to be a really good opportunity to make a change. So I moved back in with my parents. It's been quite some time since I've lived with my parents, but you know, desperate times, I guess. And I'm a lot happier here. I'm around people. You know, I have, even if it's just my parents, I love my parents very much. I have that kind of social interaction that I can have on a regular basis. So I'm really happy here. As you can see, the build took care of Baron very quickly. I do plan on eventually getting the gloves. I forget what they're called, but the ones that convert damage to another type, getting triple green, converting as much of the damage as I can to cold damage. And then that'll synergize very well with the hatred as well. And I can get a like elemental equilibrium going, perhaps. Set that up. I'm not too far away from that, so I'll just have to move some points around or just get them naturally. And that will give me a lot more damage. I'll just have to zap them with some lightning damage, maybe do a ball lightning or something, and then I'll do cold and fire damage with my SRS and really crush them. And the zombies will get a lot of extra damage from that as well. So that'll be cool. Hoping to get that set up. But yeah, I've moved on a little bit. I'm going to hopefully do some more stuff. I still need to unpack a lot of stuff. You can't really see it, but there's a lot of, well, maybe you can. There's a lot of stuff in the background. I still need to kind of fully make myself at home here, but there's a lot of events coming up. I do plan on making some builds and some videos for that. I can't stream, unfortunately, at the moment because of my internet connection, but if I can get something figured out with that, maybe figure out how to snake a wire down to the actual modem, then I'll be able to do that. And yeah, so for now, I'll periodically be putting out videos, be playing in these events. Go ahead and join my Discord or message me in game, I guess. If I'm making a video, I'll just go on Do Not Disturb, which I didn't do this time, but not a lot of people were on. So hope you enjoyed. I know it's a short video. Let me know what you're playing in the Mayhem League if you're doing that. And I'm really looking forward to the Endless Delve League, so feel free to ask me any questions about that. I'm still thinking about what kind of builds I'm going to be playing for that, but if you want to ask, I'll let you know. And I also will probably make a video on that before the league actually starts, whenever I kind of reach this. So I'll do another update on this in a couple of days. Hope you enjoyed. This has been Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming, and I will see you next time. Bye.